All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2025 Joy Dog Food Super Hunt for Beagles. We are going to start it off with some handler interviews, stuff like that. Before we get the hunt started, BJ's going to sit down with all the handlers, with Wade. We're going to talk some big news. We're going to talk Beagles. We're going to talk about these special dogs. It was a great hunt. We had a great host. The weather, as you guys will see, was not very cooperative, but hey, we did our best. The dogs hustled, the handlers did a good job, and we ate like kings. So enjoy. We're going to start with the handler interviews and move on from there.
Hi everyone, Wade Graskowitz here, owner of Joy Dog Food. Come up with an idea today. I just want to jump on here real quick and talk about this Joy High Energy 2420, Joy Super Meal 3020. Best two sellers that we have currently by far. After a little research and an idea that I had on these kcals per cup, the Joy 2420, 538 kcals per cup. Bags, new bags coming out reflect that any day. This is the highest kcal per cup 2420 formula manufactured in the United States. I thought that might be the case. After research, it's a fact. We couldn't find any 2420 that would come close to it. 538, highest rated in the United States, period. Joy 3020, super meal, 535 kcals per cup. So after we did the research here, we're like, let's research this one. And guess what, guys? 3020, highest kcals per cup, 3020, 30 protein, 20 fat product, manufactured in the United States. Everybody wants to say price. Guys, compare the quality too. These products, both these products, great products. Not only for dogs that are working every day, but just even dogs that are not necessarily working every day. The biggest complaint I have on these two products, guys, is people feed too much. They feed too much. They want to feed, they're feeding product X and they've been feeding a gulp cup, 5 cups, and they try to do that with this stuff. Guys, with over 500, 538, 535 kcals per cup, you can't feed that much of this product. It will blow them up, too much stool. So if you feed it properly, all the kcals per cup, great results. But I want to jump on here today and just share that with you, that how high kcals per cup on both these products. Again, I always say this, if you try these two products, you will love it. If it says JOY on the bag, buy it. We care. Thank you very much.
We are at the 2025 Super Hunt for Beagles. I'm sitting down with 3 of the contestants here that have won either a world hunt or a championship hunt in their format. We've got Mr. Brad Moncrief here. Well, I'm going to let Brad start out and let him tell you, his dog's name, what format he won, and how he feels about having the opportunity to participate in the first ever Super Hunt for Beagles. So, Brad, I'll let you explain to everybody and tell them what you got.
All right. Well, I got Mojo's Flyby Maverick. He won the ABC World in 2025. And I mean, the opportunity of doing something like this and the first ever, I've been saying this for since I've ever found out how excited I was. And I mean, I know that everybody was like, wow, everybody wanted to see like, all these world champions and champions in each format go at it. And I know it's a big thing in the Beagle world and everybody's talked about it for years, and now it's happened. And Joy Dog Food doing this is just absolutely unbelievable to give us the opportunity. And I just feel blessed that I'm one of them. So, yeah, I'm excited.
Now, let me ask you this, Brad. We're doing this at your home grounds.
Right.
Do you feel like that gives you an advantage or a disadvantage? I mean, it's you got to feel good about being right here with it. I mean,
well, I didn't have to travel.
No, that's a
So
fact.
there's no travel time for Maverick, and then he runs here, he trains here. So, I mean, I guess guys would probably say that I have a little bit of advantage when it comes to that, but it's still running a rabbit.
Yep.
They still got to jump a rabbit. They still got to track a rabbit, and there's 5 other dogs here that can get her done. So
The 5
so
other
I mean,
dogs
it's
are
no.
proven.
Do I
that
think
they're-
it's easy and all that for him? No, absolutely not. He's still got to perform like when he goes to other trials and still got to do his thing.
Yeah, and you were also in the finals of the PKC World with him also. So that right there goes to show you the quality of dog that you have.
Right.
Regardless of wherever you drop him at or anything like that, he's there to show up and to pretty much you're going to have to worry about him no matter where you're at.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's a good one, and I think he's pretty consistent in what he does, and probably his biggest and best thing he does that out of all from the top to the bottom is definitely he's a great hunting dog. Loves to jump rabbits, and that's what he does. He likes to get out there and get one up.
Well, that's what we're after. I just know myself and Joy Dog Food, we really appreciate you giving us the opportunity to come out here and use your facilities and hosting all these people. That's a lot. That's a lot for a man to do, to open his place of business up, to say,
Right.
Here, guys, y'all use it for the weekend as it's your own, and I know that Wade appreciates it, and I appreciate it, and all the contestants and everybody else appreciates it. So, with that, we'll move on to Mr. Bill Cox. Bill, it's as you and I said on the podcast, it's a fishy way you got in here and a kind of a weird way you got in here, but that's the way the chips fell.
Yeah, that's for sure. I'm excited to be here once again. Just like Brad said, I want to thank Wade and Joy for putting on an event like this for the Beagles, and I want to thank Brad for hosting us, having us all out here. It's a very nice place. It's a great place. We're excited to be here, and if you want to hear a little bit about my dog, she won the Don McVeigh Senior Memorial Hunt in 2025. I think there was close to 400 entries at this hunt. She ended up winning 5 casts in a row to get the job done. To be in the top dog there. It was a great event. That event's gone now, and I know a lot of people's going to miss that event. I mean, that was a great event. UKC put on, and McVeigh, Don McDavid, and them guys, and his mom and his brothers and Don and those guys. Good event. It was a good hunt. It's really a pretty prestigious event to win, honestly. And we acquired the dog at the event. She'd won a couple of casts, and my son Billy Cox and I was talking to Jay Moore and those guys, and ended up getting the dog bought, and she went on to win it all. So what she is I would just say again, just like him, she's a rabbit dog. She's going to get out there and go jump a rabbit. She loves to jump rabbits, and runs a pretty good rabbit.
So you and her together, y'all are kind of a lucky strike.
Yeah, we're lucky.
You get her halfway through the hunt, you win the hunt.
Yeah.
Then you're not supposed to. She's not supposed to be actually qualified or eligible for the
Right.
Joy Super Hunt.
Yeah.
And the chips fell in. It's like,
Yeah. I mean,
look, the guy says no. He says, he's the winner of the Nationals. So I'm not asking him twice.
right.
And it's like, well, here's the next one. And, just like I told you on the phone several times, you got to be the luckiest man I ever met in my life.
A lot of
How you
people
get this lucky?
They say it about me. A lot of people say it about me. I don't know if I'm lucky, but I'm like I said, I'm fortunate to be here. That like you said, the chips fell into place, and Puff's here, so we're gonna give it a go and enjoy it. So
That's right. Well, I know that we thank you also for being here, and we're looking forward to seeing what y'all's got.
yeah.
we'll move on, and we got Logan Singleton from way, way, way down south, deep down in Louisiana, made the trip up here to trek through the snow with us in the cold weather. How did Boots feel when you first got him out up here the other day?
It took him a second to realize if he was where he was. I think he might have found himself on a different planet, he thought. But after a few minutes, he finally got to walking around and feeling a little bit more comfortable.
Now, Logan, can you tell people what format you won in and where you won, and some things about Boots if you don't care?
Yeah, he won the Southern Style Large Pack Championship in Amite, Louisiana, real South Louisiana, and he's a real good track running dog. It's gonna be interesting to see how he really kind of transforms to this kind of running. But down south, he does real good. He has good nose. He has pretty solid foot, but he does it right. He has pretty good foot. I'm getting hung up.
No, you're all right. Do you
But,
think the snow is going to play that big of a change? You know, I know on dry ground, you know that, and in moist dry ground down south, you know, where it's humid all the time, he can drive a rabbit.
Yeah, he does a real well job of driving one. He can definitely do that right. But I'm very excited and interested to see how he can handle the snow and see how he transforms.
Well, I know that we appreciate it, and we're thankful that you guys chose to make the trip. And I know I talked to your dad on the way up a few times, 12, 13 hours.
Yeah.
Total different world. Actually, it's funny. Randy texted me the other day, and he's like, am I going to be able to get up there in two-wheel drive?
Yeah.
I was like, you'll be all right by the time you get there. The snow will be gone. So I ain't drove on it but a few times. I mean, it's all right.
Well, he's 13. You're how far? 10?
10 and a half.
10?
Yeah,
I'm 15 minutes.
Pretty much.
opportunity isn't. We don't take it lightly. We're very glad to be here.
Exactly.
That's right. It is. It's very. I think people are now starting to understand how important this hunt really is. I think a lot of people were skeptical at first about it. You know, because you always hear people talking about, well, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Well, the thing of the difference is when Wade started talking about it, it happened, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen tomorrow. So we're gonna see. You know. And we're going to do the 3 next contestants later when everybody gets here. So, Wade, is there anything you want to add to it?
No, I appreciate these guys driving all the way up here. It's going to be a real treat for me. I've been wanting to do this for a couple of years, and finally, we're doing it. And we got together and got some dates. Joy is very, very excited to be able to host this Beagle event. And I'll back up. 4 or 5 years, we went through the same process with the coonhounds, and I think the coonhound were a little skeptical too. But gosh, after that first one, it just started steamrolling. And these guys, we had last year, 2024, Lane Leverett won it, and he had to win a hunt there in January to get in. And he won that hunt in the last 15 seconds. The last 15 seconds. And he hollered, I'm going to Texas. Like I'm going to Disney. And he teared up. He was crying. I mean, that's how excited he was that he was going to be able to go for the Joy Super Hunt for the coonhounds. And he went down there and he won it. So, it's an ill build. I mean, I hope you guys get another chance to come down here. But it's tough. I mean, like the coonhounds, it's tough to repeat and come back.
Well, it's hard to win a championship or a world hunt or a championship trial once in your life, more than less doing it multiple times in your life. And not only that, with the prestige of this being the very, very first one. We're very grateful and thankful that you put this on, but this is something that these guys will cherish for the rest of their lives and never forget. Win, lose, or whatever, you were part of the very first ever Joy Dog Food Super Hunt for Beagles, the first ever. And nobody can ever take that away from you. So, like you said earlier, I think the prestige of this hunt will continue to grow and grow and grow. You and I talk every day. I've got unlimited amounts of messages on my phone calls. So there's so much interest in it that it's mind-boggling, to be completely honest with you. But I know myself. I appreciate what you're doing. And you're not only that; it's helping the Beagle community grow. So I know that I'm thankful for Brad, Bill, and Logan to taking the time to come up
Absolutely.
and getting to compete. And not only that, I think in the Beagle world, you see format. These dogs are not that much different. A good dog's a good dog. A rabbit dog's a rabbit dog. And that's going to be proven tomorrow. So, guys, we appreciate y'all sitting down with us, and I'll probably hopefully be talking to one of you at the end of it. I hope.
We appreciate you all.
Appreciate you. Yeah. Thank you, BJ, for everything you've done with getting this event
Yes,
going
geez.
and, helping Wade along the way. And Josh, being here at, you
It's a team
put
effort.
a lot of time into this.
It's a team
Give
effort.
yourself some credit. So,
Absolutely.
We've got it. Thank y'all.
yeah.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let these guys introduce themselves, and they'll tell you what dogs they have and what format they want in to be eligible to get here. So first off, we'll start off with Sonny. So Sonny, you can go on and tell them everything about you.
Alrighty, Sonny Sapp from Georgia. We won the AKC SPO Nationals in the little class, 132 dogs, with a dog named Double B's Darby. A little bit about Darby. She goes, her mother is out of like a JD Homer, a lot of progressive pack breeding. The bottom side is like a Flat Creek SPO style dog. Her dad is a dog named Abernathy's Houdini. He's goes back to Smoke Be Gone, and some progressive pack stuff on the bottom side. So a little bit of mixture there. Got a lot of grit, got a lot of hunt with the progressive pack stuff. It's done our kennels really well. So yeah, just
And when Darby won this hunt, she wasn't finished as a field champion yet, correct?
No, she wasn't. It was actually her first win. She had like 6 seconds, a lot of misfortunes, but this is the way it goes in the, in the Beagle world. But yeah, so it was her first hunt, and got her finished over the summer.
And how many? That was multiple days, also, correct?
Correct. It was a 2-day hunt. Yep.
So could imagine taking 2 separate days to get through. Would you say 142?
142.
142 little females in 2 days.
Yep.
So when you stop and think about that, that puts you
132. Yeah.
132.
2 days.
Hell, what's 10? You knock the rest of them out, you get them too. If you stop and think about it, you got 2 separate days. So you're looking at 2 totally conditions of running.
Correct.
I mean, was y'all comfortable going into the second day? I mean, I know you felt good because you kept continuing to move on.
Yeah, the first day was it was dry conditions. It was kind of a little tough. You had to really kind of grit and grind it out a little bit. Scent was a little tough. And we actually, I told you this on the podcast, we nursed, she had a pad issue, and we nursed it, and she limped on 3 legs through first series. Got in through first series, and then got into second series, made it through, and we come back. So second series was the second day. We ran second series, and it was actually raining. We had some rain come in, so the conditions sped up a lot. So it was more hammer down. But by the end of the day, you had to be able to drive. You had to be able to use your brains, and grind it out a little bit. So it was a little bit of mixture of everything. But I had a good buddy from Mississippi that actually helped. We were kind of worried about the pad because we got down. We had several dogs kind of misfortunes got picked up, and we were down to Darby, and so we were a little worried with her foot, 3 legs, with the speeds picking up the next day. So a guy from Mississippi, Ronnie Perrigan, had some tough foot, and we were stressing a little bit there, and we got some tough foot on her foot, and was able to get all 4 feet on the ground, and she went out and performed. There's a lot of good dogs there from Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Kentucky, everywhere. So just the way it goes, it fell right for her. And
Yeah. Well, it's an impressive feat, no matter how you look at it. I mean, you went 2 separate days, and to get through 134 dogs is just impressive. And I know myself and Joy Dog Food, we want to thank you and your partner for coming up all the way from Georgia. I know it was a long haul, and good luck tomorrow, and we're going to see what happens.
Yeah.
Every dog's got a chance.
Yeah, pleasure to be here. I know we appreciate everything Joy Dog Food's doing to put this on. I know a lot of people have opinions on it. I think it's just great no matter what. What I've seen so far today is just the camaraderie and just meeting new people. And I think that's a big thing, is just fellowship that, we lose a little bit in the Beagle world when we're so competitive. But the fellowship's what it's all about.
I think it's like you said, the camaraderie part gets lost a lot in the competition world. But at the end of the day, like you said, you had a fellow houndsman come to help you because it was the right thing to do. And I think it's like you and I talked about before, with several times, if people quit trying to just worry about you, stretch out and help each other. We'll be in a lot better position. Yeah. And if there's anything else you want to say before we move on, we'll let you say it.
No, I think that's it. I think, like I said, thanks Joy Dog Food for putting this on. I think it brings us all together and from these different formats. And, we enjoy running all of them. We got champions in all types of formats. And it's just fun to come out here and compete and have fun. Just see the dogs work. At the end of the day, it's just very appreciative to be here. So,
well, thanks for making that long trip. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for putting it on.
Andrew, you want to tell us about your dog and since we got started? Yeah. Remember I told you Tough Foot the other day when you was talking.
Yeah. I'm Andrew Stein, and one of the owners of Sleepy Joe. He won the PKC World Hunt. We actually wasn't there. We wasn't able to go. A good friend of ours, Dan Thompson, I think a few of you guys know him, he took him out for us and happened to win it. And he's a 4-year-old male dog that he's Big Meadows and Butcher bred, and he just finds a way to win, I guess. He's just consistent. And he's always right there. Yeah.
So I know that you and I talked, and you said that Joe's got a cut on him.
He's got a cut.
How did you get him out the other day?
He's been up for 2-3 weeks now, and I've been doctoring it with Tough Foot. I mean, everything under the sun. Been trying everything. And at kind of last minute, I'm like, I got to run him. I got a pair of boots from a buddy of mine. Put it on him, ran him Thursday night, and he run.
How did he act a little funny with the boot?
For about 5 seconds, and he was gone.
Well, that's all.
Yeah, he run good, and see how it goes tomorrow.
Good deal. Well, just like I told Sonny, it was a haul for you too from Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but it's worth it.
Yeah, it's going to be
here
worth it
for sure. Yeah, very excited.
And we appreciate y'all making the trip out.
Thanks for having us.
Good luck tomorrow. We'll see what happens.
Thank you.
We got Sean Sexton from the great state of Kentucky. We'll let you tell us about your dog.
I'm Sean Sexton. My dog's name's TX, is Kentucky Smoke Joe. She won the Little Pack World Hunt in the open division. Approximately 300 dogs. I'm not exactly sure the exact number on that, but she's a good hard hunting dog and got plenty of foot and good track running. She's out of our old Grand Jiggy Man, which is a lot of Branco bred type dog. But yeah, she's really nice, and we appreciate you all giving us the opportunity to come out here. Something I've had in my head that I thought would be a great idea for years. And it's all given me the opportunity to come out here and see dogs that I normally wouldn't be able to see in my own little format, which I try a few different formats, because I think a lot of Beaglers, they get tribal.
Yep.
Then they think, well, this is it and that's it. Well, that's not the case.
That's right.
There's Beagles. A good Beagle win anywhere, and if you want to see different dogs, you got to open your mind and look at different things, and don't be kennel blind and say, oh, this is it and that's all we got.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping to see something out here that just knocks my socks off. Say, hey, that's what I want right there.
That's right.
Some of that.
Yeah, and I know that we've all said it before, and I'm hard on it. It's, I don't care what you run. There's great dogs in every format, and if you really get down to watching the dogs, we're all basically pretty much running the same dogs.
Yeah.
And especially if you're a pedigree chaser, go back and look just a couple generations. I guarantee you the same thing I'm running, you're running. Somewhere down the lines, probably I've got something that y'all are running, and so why is everybody so tribal on it? Like you said, you're stuck in your little zone, in your little area. How can you grow if you don't expand? You can't, And I think Josh has said it before on his podcast many times. Walker guys, they don't give a heck what it is. If it's a good dog, they're gonna breed to it. Quit chasing your papers. Breed good dog, good dog. It don't matter if it comes from Little Pack, AKC, PKC, ABC, wherever. Let's get the best of the best and see what happens. Good dog's good dog. It doesn't matter.
Philosophy.
Yeah, it's what it is. I don't care how it's bred as long as it runs the rabbit right. Now, on that open class in the Little Pack World Hunt, that's multiple days also, correct?
Yeah, 3.
So you got 3 days. How many casts do you go through? Was it 5?
4.
4. Okay, so 4 casts and you're in the championship.
Yeah.
That's even with that. Different days, different conditions. How was the weather? Do you remember how the weather? It's in March.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was pretty good weather. First day, she won that cast pretty easily. Second day there was that spot didn't have many rabbits.
We won't talk about how you won.
We can. I mean, it's no shame. We went out. We can't. But
it's been a joke since you told me. I was like, man, how you get that lucky?
Yeah. Second day was hunting and handling, and then the third day, which was the semis. It was a good pack of dogs, and it was nipped and tucked. Just barely won that cast, and then the last one, me and you spoke on it. It was 2 dog finals. The male dog, he just had other things on his mind besides hunting. He kept humping, so he ended up getting scratched. And a little anticlimactic, but hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, when you get there, you get it there. I mean, it's just how it works out. But it's no matter what. And I'm sure you guys feel the same way that I do. Tomorrow, we're going to have 6 great dogs that have proven themselves. We're going to go, first cast is going to be 3 dogs. Second cast is going to be 3 dogs. The winner of them are going to a head-to-head brace for a 2-hour brace. So no matter what, we're going to see, and the conditions here might not be ideal, but that's what Mother Nature's thrown us, and that's what we're going to deal with. And we're going to see how it goes. So, Wade, is there anything that you want to add to this?
No, just mainly that this is something that I've been wanting to do for 4 years, 5 years. And I think I was talking to Josh one day. I was like, Josh, we're doing it this year. He goes, when? I was like, this date. So here we are. And I've said this before too, say it again. I feel like the Beagles as a whole is behind the coon dogs and the squirrel dogs. And this is an opportunity for you guys and us to catch up, to bring some notoriety to you guys. That's the reason we're doing it. Not only that, but like you guys mentioned, it's we're getting PKC and all these different formats, AKC together. This is all new to me. I've learned that, sometimes you guys, like you said, tribal, they kind of stay apart. This is a good opportunity for everybody to sit around, talk about dogs, and we're all here, and I'm looking forward to it tomorrow. Looking forward to it. So it's going to be great for not only just Beagles in general. It's going to be great.
It's going to be an impressive thing, and I've said it time and time again, this is the first time this has ever happened. So, it's something that I know that Wade and I have talked about to continue to grow this and to continue doing it year after year. And we're going to see how it goes, I know there's been a lot of skepticism about it. Here's the thing, the 6 dogs are all running at the same place, running under the same rule set. It is what it is. How it goes is how it goes, and that's just what it is. But I do want to thank you guys for coming out. Joy Dog Food thanks you. I know Wade thanks you. I don't know what else to say about it, but good luck tomorrow. And somebody's going home with $3,500 and somebody's going home with a dog box.
Sounds great.
Could be one of y'all.
Sounds great.
Nice little paycheck.
Yep, it's a good one.
Joy Dog Food is an American-made product. They are a great product, and they have 2 new formulas. The new 2316 Select, great dog food, especially if you're on a tight budget, you're feeding a lot of dogs, you want something that's going to keep that hardworking dog going month in, month out, night in, night out, day in, day out. The 2316 can do it for the right price. It is a very economical dog food and formulated for those guys that are feeding a bunch of dogs on a budget and still want a quality dog food to give to their hardworking animal. Then here comes the Neptune 26. Your dog does really good on a fish meal, fish-based diet. They have it at Joy Dog Food. It is going to be hitting stores soon. It is going to be hitting the shelves soon. You guys are going to love it. I've fed both. They work great on my hounds, and they will work great on yours. So go to joydogfood.com, shoot them an email, shoot them a message on social media, give them a call. They will respond, and they will get you fixed up with one of the best dog foods on the planet. And take it from me, you will not regret switching to Joy Dog Food. They do a lot for the hound dog community, for the working dog community, for the beagles, for the squirrel dogs, you name it, they do it, and they have 2 new great products coming out. So go to joydogfood.com. You won't regret it.
And we've got some major announcements to make while we're out here in Glenwood, Missouri for this Beagle Super Hunt. Starting January the 1st of 2026, Joy Dog Food is teaming up with the PKC Beagle Division and Extreme Beagle Club to help sponsor and to help grow the Beagle Division in both of these clubs. So I will let Wade and Bill and Brad get into the importance parts and let them tell you why and how this all came about. Wade?
Well, we're more than excited to start the 2026 season sponsoring you guys. We've discussed a little bit on how we're going to do it as far as banners, and excuse my voice because I got a major cold. But banners, food, Joy Dog Food to be displayed. These guys are getting me dates that we're actually going to be on site. Some of these hunts, on the bigger hunts, me and Josh Cane Stream will be there doing the hunt live. So I feel it's a great situation. I was very happy to be able to sponsor these 2 outfits. Both these guys, I've known them for a while, great individuals. And it's just kind of ironic that both of them have dogs in the event. And that wasn't planned.
It just happened to work out.
It's just a weird coincidence. But like again, Joy Dog Food is very happy to be able to sponsor these 2. We've done this event for coonhounds for a while, but this is the first one for the Beagles. And me and Josh talk about it all the time. I feel, and DJ too, feel like the Beagles are a little bit behind on notoriety and fame, and I really believe with us teaming up with Cane Stream, we're gonna raise the bar here.
And Bill, do you mind to get into some of, and just so people know, for 2026, what are some of the major hunts that you have already got planned for the PKC Beagle Division into 2026? And then after that, we'll get into Brad and let Brad explain how Extreme Hunt Club works and everything, how you get points for his club to be able to participate in that aspect of it also.
Yeah. First off, I want to say we're excited to have Joy Dog Food, Wade, and all you guys, Cane Stream, to be a part of PKC Beagle Division. I think this team will work great together, all of us, And as far as major events, our first major event will be the PKC World Championship. It'll be held in Marion, Indiana again this year. It's going to be March 5th through 8th. Then after that's over, we're going to roll into March 28th and 29th. We have another truck hunt. And I'm just like you guys. I feel like the Beagles has kind of been behind on the prize packages and all that stuff. So I took a chance and we got a truck hunt going and it went well. I mean, it was a great event. So we decided we're going to do another one and see how this goes. And we plan on doing something bigger and better. Just keep moving forward. 18 months I've had this business, and it's really grown a lot in 18 months. So
what's funny about it all is you and I spoke the day that this next truck hunt the day that it went on sale, and actually I called and got a spot in it. But it was just amazing how fast. I mean, how fast did that thing actually feel?
I think it was less than 19 minutes. I mean, it went quick. I mean,
Speaks
honestly,
for itself.
I sounded rude to some of the people that was calling. Like they wanted to talk a little bit. I was like, "Hey, I gotta go." You know, I didn't. You know, but it worked out, and there's always some guys that can't make it. Maybe some spots will come open. You know, and I got a list for people. You know, but it was a success last time, and we want to be a success this time. And it's going to be held in Coshocton, Ohio. That is where the truck hunt will be. We got the fairgrounds up there, and Sean Olinger is really, really good at guiding and get stuff going, and he's a great guy for it. And so there's going to be a pretty good event there, so we're excited for it. And that's where we'll start off. Then we'll just go right on to April for the Nationals in the Youth World. I want to have a good Youth World this year. You know, I believe we're going to have that in Utica, Ohio, in April.
And they're at the same time?
Yes, the national championship, and this year the national championship will be open. You don't have to be a PKC champion. It's going to be open. You just show up, enter your dog, register your dog, whatever you need to do, become a member. And I want a big turnout there for that nationals. It's going to be good.
What is the payout? Is that based on how many dogs are coming? Designated.
We'll have a pretty good purse on it. Probably a couple grand at it, plus what entries are there. You know, it'll be a good event. And then I don't know what it'll be for the youth, but Jeremy Geiger up there at Utica at that club at St. Louisville Club, he's got some guys donating some guns and things like that, and it'll be pretty good. So we want the youth to. I mean, that's where we're at. We need more youth to get involved. I mean,
yes,
100%.
That's what we need. So I'm excited.
Well, I know myself and Joy Dog Food are very, very excited to be on the team with PKC.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now, Brad, on to you. I know you and I have spoken. I understand how your system's working, and I've actually had people reach out to me and try to ask me about your system and how it works and what you're doing. So do you care to get into that way people more understand and they can start figuring out what you're doing and what the plan is and how your system works to be involved into your club?
Right. So Extreme Beagle Club, it's something that I kind of had a vision for a while now. And so I reached out to different clubs that I met through some of the bigger hunts along the way and just asked if they were interested, and some of them wanted to do it. And we decided to do it on a point system. So if you win a $30 or $60 hunt, then you get 31 point, 60 for 2 points, and then you got to start somewhere, right? So we just kind of grew that into even bigger hunts. And so the bigger hunts, if you win like a pro hunt style, then it's automatically you get 5 points. So once you get 5 points on your dog, then it's going to be the Super Slam Invitational. April 10th is when we're going to do that. It is in Indiana, and that's pretty exciting. So it'll be the first ever Extreme Beagle Club Super Slam Invitational, and your dog would be qualified for that. So it's not super hard to get in. It'll take, if you win a big hunt, of course, and then you got to go to a few clubs. I wanted to try to help all the clubs around the nation throughout the states. I'm not sure how many states we're in, probably 10, maybe 11 states. We got probably 6 or 7 states, and we got like 14 Beagle clubs right now, so Extreme Beagle Club. So it's something that we wanted to do, and it's going off really, really good. I don't think anyone really, if you can get your dog to a Extreme Beagle Club, get it done, because this is going to be a big event. And having Joy be a sponsor now and PKC, that's what's getting ready to happen. We're going to do PKC in the future, January 1st on. Your points will only be good for PKC only hunts. So just letting everybody know that. And we're all partners here, and it's a team thing. And but there's no better format out there than PKC anyway. So we're going to. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we're excited about all of us teaming up together, and this is how it makes it happen. And plus, all of our other sponsors, Dog and Hunt Supply, Troy Harson, Walnut Creek Kennels, Old South Dog Box, my buddies up in Minnesota, Domain Seed Company. I mean, those guys are great sponsors. We're looking forward to picking up some even more sponsors down the road and making this a big thing.
Yeah, it's great. I'm excited to be a part of it. I'm sure Wade is. And if you don't mind, I'd like to give a shout out to some of the sponsors that also helps out PKC. Naturally, Joy, Wade Greskowitz coming on board. Big, big. That's huge for us. And then you got Owens Dog Boxes, Garmin. That's who we've had. And they've always been there for us. And now that we've got Wade and Joy coming on board, it's just going to be so much better. Everything's going to work. You got Cane Stream going to be there. I mean, it's going to be awesome. Podcast with
Right.
with BJ. I mean, it's going to be good for everybody. Not just us, but even the hunters. The people coming and tending. They're going to get to enjoy all this. So we're excited about it.
Yep.
Well, at the end of the day, teaming up with everybody it's the only way that I can see to get it to grow, to actually get it to where I feel like we should be and where the people need to be. It's not only it brings quality, but it brings more expense. People can actually start maybe now getting what they should have been getting out of Beagles many years ago.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a great thing no matter what.
Yeah.
I can promise people that. It's and then not only that, with it being on Cane Stream, that opens up so many more eyes and availability for people to understand and say, well, I've heard my buddies talk about this. Now I get to really see, and to see how great dog work is. So it's going to be a blessing for all of us to be doing. And not only that, it's just a great group of guys to work together.
Yeah.
I know Wade's easy to talk to. I'm easy to get a hold of. Both of you are easy to get a hold of. So it's a blessing.
It is, and I'll say this. This is what I don't want to know. If you've ever got a bad taste in your mouth at PKC Beagle event, whether I don't know what it could have been or what could have happened, but come back, give it a try. We got things going in the right direction here with BKC. I'm going to tell you, I want people to come and enjoy it. I want them to enjoy a PKC Beagle hunt. I want them to go to the extreme clubs and get their points. And like I said, it's a PKC event also, but go to your extreme club, support, get your points. Something big in April. I mean, it's going to be nice, what Extreme's doing. There's going to be some prizes and some money there to get after. I kind of look at it like sort of like NHBA for UKC,
Mm-hmm.
You're getting points to where you're qualified for this hunt or that hunt. So get on board, come and support us. Hey, you'll see me. I support other formats. Guarantee you, I will go support other formats. I do it. I want to see everybody be successful.
That's good. I guess with that, Wade, do you have anything else you want to add to it, or?
Just that, of course, Joy Dog Food, we're here to grow, and we're teaming up with these guys. And I've tried to explain these guys, and I'll get more in depth. Josh handles the Cane Stream. There's nobody better in the business than he is. Period. If you can find one, let me know who it is, because we'll hire him. And with the podcast, with Josh and BJ, you guys are going to be a big part of the Cane Stream and the podcast. And then we have a marketing staff, in-house marketing staff there in Illinois. I'm introduced to those people where everything that you guys do, you tag us, we're going to share that. We're going to blow Extreme and PKC even higher with our marketing. So it's going to be a win-win. That's in any good business deal. It has to be a win-win for everybody involved. And that's what it's going to be.
Yeah.
It's going to be a win-win for everybody.
Yeah.
So we're excited.
Yeah, we're excited.
Yes. Well, guys, Wade, thanks for sitting down. Bill, Brad, thank you for sitting down.
Thank
Guys,
you.
stay tuned. This is just the beginning of the Super Hunt Week. So with that, fill up them dog food bowls with some joy. All right, everybody, we're going to sit down here with Mr. Keith McNutt of Nutter Kennels, and Keith has been nice enough and generous enough to give us a brand new 2-hole Diamond Deluxe dog box to give to the second place person of the Joy Super Hunt for Beagles this year. Keith, I know Wade and myself both highly appreciate what your generous gift, and I don't think you understand how much everybody appreciates it. The contestants, I know they appreciate it because, as myself and like I told you before, I bought a Diamond Deluxe last year, so I know basically about what they cost, and it is out of this world that you're kind enough to donate that to this super hunt. And not only that, you made some collars for us to give away to the people here and some leads and stuff like that. So myself, I know I want to thank you. Wade wants to thank you, and Joy Dog Food wants to thank you. And we're going to give you the opportunity here to reach out to everybody and let them know about Nutter Kennel Supplies and what you can offer and what you can do for their kennels to help them along.
Sure. Yeah, just got a small kennel supply business, and we're located in West Liberty, Ohio. I started the dog supply business as a Joy Dog Food dealer. That's where Nutter's Kennels Supply started. We branched out from there into the Dan's and Yoder nylon clothing lines, Diamond Deluxe dog boxes. But where we started as a Joy Dog Food dealer. So as a Beagle guy myself, when the word started coming out that this super hunt was in the making, as a Joy dealer, I reached out to Wade and told him that I'd be interested in being a part of it. And, just the significance of it, the first time bringing all these formats together, as a Beagle guy myself and as a former Little Pack field trialer, I knew this was going to be something pretty significant, pretty special. So, I offered at the time. I didn't know, what you guys were offering, prize wise for the winners. So I offered a Diamond Deluxe truck box, and we just kind of went from there. And since BJ asked me to make the collars up for the cast dogs, and then we've made some other things for the participants and the winners, and just very happy and proud to be part of it.
Yeah, and everything turned out excellent, above what I thought they were going to be honest with you. I've seen collars with nameplates on them. Yours are deep, so they're going to stay.
Right.
They're going to be noticed for years down the line. I wish I would have brought some down here. That's one thing I did forget, was to bring some of the collars down here, but that's okay. I think it's special to be able to bring, especially a guy that started as a Joy dealer, to build his business off of that. That's where your ground started, was as being a Joy dealer.
Right.
And now you're coming full circle around here to participate in an event that only Joy does.
Right.
It's special.
Yep.
And I know we appreciate you coming down. And I know it was a long ride. You come from Ohio to here. You've got your dog trailer, your kennel supply trailer. The dog box is out of this world sweet. We will take pictures of that and have it up for everybody to see on Cane Stream. We'll put it on Joy's Dog Food Facebook page and everything like that. Wade, you want to step in here for a second?
Yeah, no, I want to personally thank Keith. He called me early on and was like, hey, I want to be a part of this. What you guys are trying to do is great.
Yep.
And I want to donate a dog box to second place. And he's actually, for the squirrel hunt here in 10, 12 days, he's donating a small box for that. Yep. So Keith has been a customer of Joy Dog Food for several years. He reached out early and tagged us, and of course shows his Joy Dog Food in his shop, and we always share it and try to help him. That's what we do for good customers like Keith. And I, for one, the owner, appreciate everything that not only Keith does, but there's other people out there like Keith that that helps us along, and I really, really appreciate what you've done.
Yep.
Thank you.
And I appreciate it too. And that's, like I said in the podcast with BJ there we did last week or whenever it was, the support you give dealers, even small time dealers like myself, is unbelievable, and I appreciate it. So to help out with this was my pleasure. So,
Well, it's a big. I don't want to say it's an understatement because it's crazy that you got to pay for that dog box regardless, and you're willing to say, look, guys, I'm going to donate this. It's impressive. It shows what type of man and what type of business and the type of heart that you have.
Right.
But I will correct you on something here that you just said. You're a Beagle guy. No, hell no, you're a dog guy from the damn podcast we did. It's not just a Beagle, it's a dog guy. Before he gets out there, he'll probably have 3 squirrel dogs before the dog box gets to a squirrel hunt. So it's just what it is. But Keith, I want to really, from myself, Joy Dog Food and Wade, we want to thank you, and we highly appreciate it, and we're grateful that you came out to participate and give us the dog box to give away.
Yeah.
I know whoever wins is going to be happy, and like I told all of them, if they don't want it, I can fit it on the back of my truck and it'll go back home with me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Appreciate it.
Yep. And I've got Chip Koser sitting down here with me with Elite Nutrition. Chip, what brings you out to the coldest part of Missouri this year for the hunt?
Well, what brings me out, it's cold back home too, so we just kind of changed, went west a little bit, but I'm excited about Joy getting involved in the Beagles and Elite getting involved in the Beagles. We've been both been pretty big in the coonhounds for a couple years now, and I'm from Pennsylvania. We got a heck of a lot more Beagles than we do coonhounds in Pennsylvania, so I'm excited to be a part of what we're doing here.
What did you say today? Y'all counted 184 clubs?
184 Beagle clubs in the state of Pennsylvania.
That's nuts.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this tells you.
And our Beagle clubs in Pennsylvania, they're not just a guy with a club. It's a club with 180 acres that go with it.
Yeah. So with Elite and what y'all are doing, I know I've used your product before, and a lot of people use the product, and it's a great product. It's proven it works. It does a great job. Y'all have got other things coming on. You're coming along with PKC also, correct?
Yeah, we're sponsoring PKC Beagles. We're sponsoring NKC Little Pack. We're doing one big hunt with ABC, and then we're doing what we can with AKC. AKC has a contract with Purina, but because we aren't dog food, we do work well with Purina. We ain't able to get the whole enchilada, if you will, but we're doing as much as we can with AKC as well.
Which makes sense. As far as Beagle World, I know we have a lot of problems with like the Lyme's disease, tick diseases and stuff like that, and you and I talked about it on our podcast. Is there a specific products that you would recommend for people to use, just say for daily maintenances or for tick problems and stuff like that, because that is a big problem? Let's just get the information out on Cane Stream where people that hadn't listened to the podcast can hear it here, because they're going to watch this.
Yeah, so the tick-borne diseases, whether you're talking coonhounds, beagles, or
any dog,
fluffy dogs,
yeah,
as far as I know, we're the only ones that flat out can get rid of any tick-borne disease permanently out of a dog. Our products do not prevent you from getting it, but it's a combination of our Canine Rebalance, our Canine Guard, and our Happy Dog Plus. The way that works is the Rebalance is the kill product. The Canine Guard is like a detox to flush that out of the dog's system. And then the Happy Dog Plus builds up the dog's immunity so you can still hunt while you're on the treatment. As far as just overall health, it's tough to beat. I don't care if you're feeding Joy Dog Food, Purina Pro Plan, or the cheapest dog food on the market. If you use our Essential Dog, it's going to balance out your dog food where at least your vitamins, minerals are balanced to what you're feeding, and you're going to get better results out of your feed either way. The other thing is it's very good probiotic, and dog food, the way it's cooked, probiotics cannot live through that cook process. So the probiotics are going to increase your absorption rate on your feed by at least 20%.
And that saves you money on
That
dog
saves you
feed.
money on buying dog food.
But they're going to feed it. So, and here's the thing, and I wish, like you and I had spoke before, I wish I'd have kept the test. I had a dog that had Ehrlichia which is a tick disease.
Do you know how to spell it?
No, don't ask
Neither
me,
do
because
I.
I can't spell anyway,
Yeah.
so don't ask me. But the facts of it is that I ran the 28 days of doxy. Got her checked, she still had the tick-borne disease. After you and I spoke, I went to LW's, I got the treatment. I done it for 120 days, which is overkill probably.
Mm-hmm.
But we went back, ran the test again, the 4-panel, nothing shows up. A couple of friends of mine have reached out to you in the past too. Andrew Mills was one of them. I know he was fighting Lyme's disease pretty bad. 120 days. What did the 4-panel say? Nothing. It's gone. So when he says it eliminates it, it's eliminating it.
No, and that's what I love about what I do. I mean, but the reality is I'm good at what I do is because the products I sell I believe in and they work. I mean, whether it was Joy Dog Food, Elite Nutrition, I'm not going to sell you a line of junk. Anything that I get behind and try to sell you, I know that it works, and that's what has allowed me to make a living my entire life.
Well, it's easy to sell a product that you believe in.
Absolutely.
And a product that speaks for itself. You don't have to do the much selling. It's just getting people to understand what you're getting.
Mm-hmm.
And once they try it, you've got a customer for life, and they'll completely come back and repeat the process over any time they have a problem.
Absolutely.
And that makes the job easier for you, makes it easier for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I do know that, myself, Joy Dog Food, Wade, we want to thank you for your contributions, for the sponsors that you do with everything that's going on, Cane Stream Media, and everything like that. We appreciate you coming out here, making the trip to the first ever Super Hunt for Beagles. I know you're a bird dog guy, but you're going to watch them amazing.
No, but I'm
work.
excited about this right here because I spent more time going to Beagle trials than I did coon hunts because Joy was as big or bigger in the Beagle dog world than they were in the coon dog world. I mean, my grandfather on my mother's side, he was a Beagle guy, and he'd wake me up at 4 o'clock in the morning and we'd go off to a Beagle trial somewhere. I will say the Beagle world's gotten a lot more complicated since I was a kid as far as the registries and types of dogs and everything else. But I mean, I actually just had dinner with my dad 2 nights ago, and we were talking about what we're doing in the Beagle world, and I was telling him, I said, no, explain to me what we did. And one of the big things they did back in the day is it's funny because back in the day, I guess a patch on your jacket made a really big deal. Mm-hmm. But they took a patch and they made a Joy Dog Food patch that had a part of the logo from each of the federations. And the guys that would travel to all the federation championships, they would get that patch. And that was a really big deal.
Oh, yeah.
And it encouraged guys to travel all over the country to hunt. I talked to
badge of honor.
Yeah, I talked to some guys about doing that now, and they're like, we can't do that. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, these Pennsylvania dogs don't run anything like those Mississippi dogs or those Louisiana dogs. Even though they're the same rules and everything else, they're totally different dogs from part of the country. Yeah, they all come out of Branco in Canada.
Yeah, a lot of them.
But they've been all mixed up for another 20 years, so they're different dogs.
Well, when you get into like you were talking, you get into different styles, different federations, and everything like that. It does complicate it, but what we're doing here tomorrow
is bringing everybody together. That's
6
what's
different
great.
styles, 6 different formats.
And we're going to find out
one
which one really is the best tomorrow.
We're going to find out. We're going to crown the best of the best tomorrow.
Absolutely.
And
do you have
don't put me on that spot.
You don't have one in your mind yet?
I'm going to keep my opinion to myself, but I'm going to give you a flashback. What you said, your grandpa woke you up at 4 a.m. That phone's going to be ringing at 4 a.m. in the morning. Get up time and get her.
Depends if I start winning the cards, I might still be up at 4 a.m. and you won't be waking me up.
Yeah. Chip, we appreciate it. Thanks for coming out here.
Thank you, bud. Appreciate it. It's
Yep.
good to be here.
Hi, everyone. Wade Graskowitz here, owner of Joy Pet Foods here in Illinois. Just want to reach out today and first of all, thank everybody that supports Joy Dog Food. We appreciate everything that every single customer for Joy does for us. We're still a small, family-owned pet food company. USA-made products, born and raised right here. Another reason I wanted to jump on here today is hunting season's in full swing, and this time of the year, you'll learn that, and I did too, if you start seeing your dog with no stamina, no energy, weight loss, issues with the hair and the coat, And, you know, after 2 or 3 days, your dog just doesn't want to come out of the dog box. Guys, there's an issue. And I just want to challenge you guys, if you're not feeding Joy dog food, give us a try. I'm very confident that if you give us a try and you're feeding a product that you're not satisfied with or your dog's not satisfied with, once you try Joy dog food, you will not switch back. You won't. And if something happens and you're having issues, please pick up the phone and call 1-800-245-4125 and personally ask for me, Wade Graskowitz, the owner. And again, thank you very much for your support of Joy Dog Food.
Welcome back for the last time, guys, for the 2025 first ever Joy Dog Food Super Hunt for Beagles. We got some exciting news here. We got the two judges, Mr. Danny King from Indiana, Mr. Chris Harlow from Missouri. I reached out to both of these gentlemen early in the process, and here's the reason why. Because I know them and I trust them. I know how the dogs are going to be done. It's going to be 110% honesty. They don't have a dog in the fight, so why in the hell do they care who wins or who doesn't win? And while the judges are sitting here, we'll go over the rule set one last time to make it clear for everybody how this is going to go. We're going to start out 2 3-dog casts. The first two casts in the first round will be 90 minutes per cast. The 2 winning dogs from the first round will go to a head-to-head brace, which will be 2 hours, 120 minutes of continuous clock. No timeouts from the handlers or anybody. These 2 gentlemen right here can call a timeout for any reason. The dogs are to search for a rabbit without any help from the handlers whatsoever. When the handlers unleash them, their job is almost done. If they feel like they need to wear tracking or training collars, that's fine and dandy too. They ain't going to have prongs in them because these 2 gentlemen right here are going to check them to make sure. The judges will have full control of the dogs once they're casted. What these 2 guys say is what it is. No bickering, no fighting, no arguing. Not going to tolerate it. They're full control once the competition starts. The judges will also inform the handlers of the following things that will be going on. When the handler's dog is put on a 1-minute clock after being cast for the first time, the judges will let the handlers know. When the handler's dog is put on a 3-minute clock when progression is stopped, they'll let you know. When the track is finished after the lapse of 3 minutes, they'll let you know. They'll state when the track is open, when the strike is open and the strike is closed. When the line's open and when the line's closed. They'll state when the check is open, and they can put a time on a dog for any reason. Here's the only part that the handlers have to do at all. The handlers are responsible for knowing their own dog's mouth and striking their dog. The handlers have no other involvement in this hunt other than striking their dog. They got to strike their dog on or before the 3rd bark. Other than that, nothing. It's on the judges. I pretty much left everything to the judge's discretion. You know, these guys are not rookies in the rabbit dog world by no means. They've both been very successful in multiple formats of competition hunts, so I just kind of thought, we would make the rules as simple as possible. A line can be scored, but the judge must see the rabbit or somebody that's involved with Joy Dog Food. As far as myself, Josh, Tim Gabbert will be helping Josh do some filming. If any of us see a line, we can call it. The handlers, they're just not allowed to call the line. It's just what it is. I know a question has been asked too. Well, how wide is the gate, for the line to be drawn on? That's up to the judges, As long as that dog is running the track and he's running it and he's on the rabbit, say if it's windy out here, say you need an 8-foot gate. Well, you need it. They know if that dog's running the rabbit or he isn't running the rabbit. If conditions are great tomorrow, all you need is 2 foot. That's what they're going to tell, you know. We're running in snow. You're going to know if that dog's running rabbit or not. A check will happen after a 1 minute loss of a rabbit. A check will open. The only way a check will be awarded is once that dog brings that rabbit back to a runnable state. What I'm saying by runnable state is when that dog, after that loss has occurred and your dogs are searching, you know, blah, blah, after a minute, that dog can't bark and then say go 30 yards and shut up and bark 30 yards again. Well, he didn't get that back to a runnable state. When he barks and takes out with it and he grabs that check and drives that, that's a runnable state. That way he can be awarded a check. And if you guys feel like, well, there's 2 dogs there, both of them took out at the same time, split it. You know, if you feel like both of them got their fair share of it, it's 25 and 25, you know, split it. There's no score on, you know, you don't get any score for hunt in this, but we are going to minus a dog if he doesn't hunt in 3 minutes. If he's sitting around peeing and pooping for 3 to 5 minutes and y'all feel like it's been too long, minus him 50 points. These dogs are champions. They have won championship hunts or world hunts. There's no reason for them to be lollygagging around not doing their job. Other than that, you know, it's pretty cut and dry. It's pretty simple. The points are going to go like this. Strike points, first dog's 100, second 75, third 50. Check is 50 points unless y'all decide that both dogs got the check at the same time, and it's 25-25. The line will be 100, 75, and 50. So with that being said, you know, it's a pretty simple rule set. You know, we'll let Chris and Danny speak a little bit on it, and you know, let them say, you know, what their kind of expectations are and how they feel the hunt will go tomorrow and things that they would like to see out of some of the dogs. Danny, do you feel like going first?
Yeah, I can go first. As long as the dogs are running the rabbit, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
You know, one thing that I was adamant about was having it, you know, if you have a rabbit come out to a path, take a hard right, go down 50, 60 yards, take a hard left. Well, you have 3 marked lines right there that you can score.
And you're able to score multiple lines. I should have said that in that, but
right. And that will make it so if a dog is just trying to get the front, it might not score the second line. It'll score the first line first, you know, and get the 100 points. It might not score the second one. But after that rabbit turns, if he gets back in and makes that turn, it can, you know, score again.
Yeah, he can continue to score in the game process.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that that you could possibly be looking for? You know, I know the conditions are going to play a major factor tomorrow. You know, as far as the lines or anything like that, you know, I know that you and I and Chris have discussed it before that, you know, it's really and truly to score a line, that dog needs to be trailing a rabbit. He's got to be running the rabbit. He can't come in 75 yards off the top of a hill and steal it and get the points for it. If he was never running the rabbit, he doesn't deserve the points.
Exactly.
You know,
you know, and on the distance on the line, you know, that realistically will be probably determined in the morning after they get that first one going. I figure if you stand on the middle of the line and stretch your arms out both ways, I mean, that's more than wide enough.
Yep. Chris, what do you feel about it?
You know, it's just you go back these conditions and, you know, look at some of the guys that was down here around the room. We probably all started out the same spot, right? We were gun hunters. So nobody woke up one day, got a beagle for the most part, and said, I'm going to go chase ribbons or trophies, right? Mm-hmm. We were gun hunters, and we were trying to put rabbits on the tailgate. And so, you know, you'll see that tomorrow, and it'll be easy to see the dogs doing the work, and, you know, the dogs that you would stack up at the end of the day with a tailgate full of rabbits and take that picture with, and that's going to be your winner, right? And really, that's truly where 95% of us started out, and just looking for that dog that's doing the work, putting you on a rabbit, you know, showing you the rabbit, so that dog will come out.
It's going to come out ahead, you know. And here's the thing, and I think a lot of people take a misconception because it is tricky running on snow, especially if your dog's not used to it. But here's the thing about it, especially, and it's going to be a benefit tomorrow. if we get the conditions right and they're driving rabbits, you're going to be able to see it. I mean, everything's going to stick out like a sore thumb.
It is.
I mean, the good, the bad, and the ugly is going to stick out tomorrow. I mean, it's just what it is. But, you know, I know myself and Wade and Enjoy Dog Food want to thank both of you for accepting the opportunity, you know, and dealing with me asking y'all to do it. And I don't think you understand how much we appreciate you both coming out here and doing this for us.
Yes, thank you very much, both of you.
It's going to be a major event, you know, and the Beagle world, I think, is going to be looking pretty hard and watching it pretty close when all this comes out. And is, you know, I hope it's something that people look at and they're like, daggone, man, they done it and they done it right, you know. And I hope everybody stays excited and we all just continue to move forward with this and get this super hunt to grow, like, you know, just like y'all have done in the coonhound world.
Right.
It's grown, you know, and that's what we want to do here is just continue to grow. So, Wade, is there anything that you want to say before we hop off here?
No, just real quick, thank both of you again for coming. I remember way back this summer, we're discussing this, and I'm like, who you gonna have judge it? He goes, well, let me think about it. But I've got two guys that if they'll do it, they're gonna do it, and it was these two. So he didn't have to think long. He goes, I know the two guys I want, and we got them. So it wasn't like we had to go through this guy and this guy and this guy. There's just, he picked these two, and here they are, and I appreciate that. Thanks for coming.
I appreciate the opportunity, and I mean, there's a lot of people you could have asked and selected, so you know, it's an honor and privilege to be here to do this.
We're gonna do it, and we're gonna do it right. Thank you, everybody. Stay tuned, and coming soon, you'll get to see some dog running.